Some TV episodes try to impress you with explosions, twists, or big reveals. Pluribus S1.E7 does the exact opposite. Almost nothing happens. And somehow, that's the point. The Gap is the quietest episode of the season, and also the most demanding. It asks a dangerous question. Can silence itself carry a story? When I talked about the premiere, I said Pluribus felt like it was designed in a lab specifically for my brain. It checks every box I love about sci-fi, not just ideas, but the space those ideas leave behind. Episode 7 is the show's boldest experiment so far. It's not just a test for the characters, it's a test for the audience, and honestly, for me trying to explain it. Because how do you recap an episode where stillness is the plot? This episode isn't about action, it's about negative space. Empty highways, abandoned buildings, silent museums, long stretches where nothing distracts you by design. Everyone else in this world has joined the hive. They'll never be alone with their thoughts again. Carrol and Manousos are different. They are not we, they are still I. And that makes them the loneliest people on Earth. Carrol's isolation isn't a choice, it's enforced. After episode 6, the hive removes her without drama, without cruelty, just efficiency. Her attempt to expose them goes nowhere. Her resistance is neutralized before it can matter. Now she's free, technically, but freedom without connection turns hollow very fast. She replays the same recorded message over and over. She demands small comforts, ice-cold drinks, perfect meals, not because she needs them, but because they're tiny performances of control. Even her music feels intentional. She isn't just listening, she's scoring her own life, trying to convince herself that everything is fine. But the music always cuts away before the reassurance lands. Her visit to the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum is quietly devastating. She doesn't just admire the painting, she takes it. In the old world, that would have been unthinkable. Now, it means nothing. What's the difference between a poster and the real thing if no one else is there to see it with you? Beauty without shared wonder is just silence on a wall. The hive prepares a perfect dinner from Carrol's past. The food is flawless, the setting is immaculate, and it destroys her. She isn't eating, she's trying to relive a memory with no one across the table. Perfection only highlights the absence. Humans may not be built for a hive mind, but we're also not built to be this alone. Manousos is the opposite. His loneliness is self-imposed, structured, disciplined. Every action he takes is ritual. He leaves money behind, he practices English, he sleeps in churches. This isn't survival, it's resistance through routine. Where Carrol performs for no one, Manousos performs for himself. His mantra isn't practice, it's a declaration. I am not one of them. I wish to save the world. When Manousos reaches the Darien Gap, the show strips everything down. The hive warns him, not as a threat, as concerned. They offer help, transport, safety. He refuses all of it. Instead, he burns everything he owns. This isn't stubbornness, it's renunciation. Carrol tries to fill the void by consuming the past. Manousos proves his faith by destroying it. Carrol breaks quietly. When a firework points straight at her and she doesn't move, it's not bravery, it's indifference. For a moment, she's done. But then, slowly, she picks up the hose. Even at her lowest, the part of her that fixes things survives. Manousos breaks physically. Nature doesn't care about principles. His body fails where his will does not. And in his final moments, his mantra disappears. All he can say is Carrol's name. Carrol eventually allows contact again. She collapses into Zos's arms. This isn't surrender of belief, it's surrender to reality. You can't fight a war completely alone. She still opposes the hive,
but she accepts a truth that hurts just as much. Connection is not optional. The gap doesn't hold your hand. If you lean into its silence, it's powerful. If you don't, it can feel empty. The show asks you to find meaning in what isn't said, and that's risky. But for me, this is the kind of risk that reminds me why I love television. I'm not sure where Pluribus is going next, and that's the good kind of unsure. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like the video, subscribe for more Pluribus coverage. We do live discussions every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Let me know in the comments what moment from this episode stayed with you the longest. So don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you next time.